Wes, welcome to the SAINTCON hallway. How's your con going so far?
My con?
Yeah.
I guess it's going fine. My con.
You have a handle. Am I allowed to say it?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so you have a handle. It is Sticks.
Sticks, yeah.
And was this assigned? Was this given? Was this earned?
I came up with it myself. I know that's lame, but no one else was willing to give me one, so I pulled it out of the air.
And it represents your childhood dream of walking around the woods, picking up sticks, collecting them.
Well, yeah. When I was very young, I lived in Mississippi, and the only thing to do in Mississippi is play with sticks and mud. No, that's not true. I'm a drummer. So
You're right. Okay.
It refers to that.
And you've been playing the drums for a minute?
Since I was 10.
10. So a lot of drumming.
Yeah, 42 years.
And you're in a band, you play music?
Well, I have been.
Oh, there was a falling out? You're going to spill the tea right here?
So the first band I ever organized was when I was 12. And it primarily consisted of us putting tinfoil wristbands and shoulder pads and painting our faces like Kiss and jumping on the bed.
Do you have pictures of this?
No.
Okay.
Thank goodness. No, actually.
Do you want to reenact it with some tinfoil?
No. No, but I have been in bands. I've worked with some pretty talented people over the years. My most recent band kind of disintegrated due to COVID, and I tried to get some things back together when that started to fade out, and it just never could really get anything going. And to be quite honest, it's a lot of effort,
right.
And I don't know that I have the energy for it anymore. So.
And you're mixing music, playing it. What was during keynote? We were playing some West songs.
Yeah, so I've kind of goofed around with composing electronic music, so that's what was playing in between the keynotes. But I am a songwriter. I play the guitar, and so I'll write songs on the guitar. I write lyrics, and then I generally would take that to my band members, and they would help me do the arrangement. But since I don't have that anymore. I have been doing that myself. So
solo career.
Yeah. So there is one guy though that I met that. He's a fantastic guitar player. His name is Chris, and he's in a band called Ghosts of Spring. So anybody, if you're interested in checking out his project, I've done a few things with him. He writes and arranges the music. I write the lyrics and record the vocals, and it's been a nice little collaboration.
Awesome. How many SAINTCONs have you been to?
Feels like all of them. I don't know. The first one I remember going to was at Eccles Broadcast Center up on the University of Utah campus, and this was probably in 2000, maybe.
Wild.
2001, something like that.
And you've been volunteering at most or all?
I've been volunteering for many, many years. I ran the audio for the SAINTCON when it was at Weber State University many, many years ago, probably more than a decade ago. That was probably when I first started volunteering, and I've kind of been on the AV crew ever since then.
Yeah, you do a good job. You actually know things that, audio that the rest of us are just plugging in wires.
Yeah, it's, well, unfortunately, sorry, but it feels, with as much as I know about audio, it feels weird to be considered the expert because I don't feel like I'm very good at it at all. But
Welcome to the community. What's your favorite memory from 2000 SAINTCON to present? There's something that sticks out of like, this is your favorite memory of SAINTCON?
My favorite memory of SAINTCON was probably 3 or 4 years ago. My daughter Cassie was old enough and was showing some interest in technology and things, and so I brought her to SAINTCON. And she and I worked on some Hacker Challenge things together and soldered the badges together and just had a great time. That was fantastic to have one of my children, here kind of getting into the things that I do for a living. So that was really nice.
Right. What is your favorite song or band right now?
Right now,
What keeps coming to that top of that playlist?
gosh, the last concert that I went to, the last live show I went to was Silver Sun Pickups. They've been one of my favorites for a long time. So that's probably it. Silver Sun Pickups. Yeah.
We had an epiphany when I worked with you up at UEN, and it was, I was explaining, currently, like you were helping some schools defend against some kids that were circumventing some security controls. And I was telling you a story about when I was going to high school and how I would circumvent some security controls. Mm-hmm. And you said something like, yeah, that was me. And here we are, coworkers, and a while later after I was out of school, and I'm like, wait, it was kind of weird to meet somebody who I was trying to circumvent the controls of just to play video games in high school. But that was a really good memory of mine, of like when we both had this epiphany of like, we were sitting across the table from each other, but now we're on the same side of the table, both trying to defend the network.
I don't know that you've given the viewers enough background here, but
maybe that's intentional. But go ahead, say what you want to say.
But yes, I don't know exactly what the age difference is here, but there's enough of an age difference between you and I that you were in high school while I was working at UEN.
Yeah,
and it was. I don't even think it was like the first iteration of content filtering that I was managing. It was probably, what year did you graduate?
2002.
2002, yeah. Well, so it was pretty early on. It was probably in the X-Stop days. And so those of you not familiar with the evolution of content filtering, UEN started out by providing it was a Novell product. It was a content filter that ran on the Novell caching server. And then after that, we found a company that had a purpose-built appliance called X-Stop. And this was right during the days when web servers were changing so that there could be multiple websites hosted per web server. And so some of those sites were, some of the sites on that web server could be legit and some could be garbage that we didn't want, right? And Xstop was not doing a good job of making that transition. And so we would allow a legit site which would inadvertently open up a garbage site or many garbage sites. And so we would close off a garbage site and it would
block a real site.
It would block a legit site. That was a nightmare. But I was actually, being in content filtering, you get this idea that the whole purpose for it is because teenage boys are perverts and they want to look at pornography. But that's not why you were.
No,
trying to
I was like,
circumvent
you're
it.
painting a weird picture here. No, video games.
Yeah. You said it was because you wanted to get to video games, and now the main driver to get around content filtering for students is to get to social networking.
Right.
Which I just think that is crazy.
How else are you going to do your Be Real role right then? You know, if your mom is locked down your cell phone.
I don't.
So what Wes is
understand
saying
it.
right now is spin up your kids who's listening, spin up your own website and go to your favorite content filtering and go classify as educational, put some things on there, and as soon as it's classified, then do whatever you want. Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's not necessarily going to work, but
Okay.
it might work for a little while.
Don't worry, no kids watch this. So.
There have been some very creative and I would dare say talented children who have done some amazing things to circumvent content filtering.
And in a decade from now, they're going to be interviewing other people right here talking about how they got around their controls.
Yeah, exactly right. They're going to be sitting in your chair.
Right, exactly. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, Wes. I hope you enjoy the rest of SAINTCON.
I always
and
do.
keep drumming.
Okay, thanks.